I would love to put out more quality content in terms of like the way the video is edited, the way the sound is, right? That's like my voice. I feel like it's gonna be a lot better. Right? But these are things that would come in the future. I'm just trying to get through the phase of making video uploading a habit, right? Once it's become something that I would naturally think to do, just like how journaling was for me early in the year, then I know that okay, I can take it to the next level and then worry much about how my content is looking and sounding. But right now, I'll be honest with you, I hope this is fine, right? I hope whatever this looks like right now is something that you can work with. But in the future, and the future doesn't have to be too long, to be honest, I'll make a change. Yeah, but hello, welcome to my weekly journal. This is the 30th weekly journal for the year. All right, so in the last couple of weeks, I've had to wake up by 3:30 a.m. Actually, months, I've had to wake up by 3:30 a.m. And sometimes I try to sleep by 9:30 ish. But on some days when I have like a meeting, not a work meeting, or I have like just anything, I would have to stay up to like say 10:30, 11. And then when I look, people that keep me in meetings by that time, just when I'm not smiling. But yeah, keep me up earlier, and then I have to deal with the fact that I'm going to wake up by 3:30 the next day, even though it's not my fault, right, that I'm up this late. But anyways, when I wake up by 3:30, I'm now burdened with like, because I have some exams in front of me, so I have to start like reading, right? And it just makes me wonder, man, like I did this in school. I did this in school, maybe not as intense, right? Because when I was in school, I didn't really feel like my study, I didn't really feel so connected to success. Like I didn't feel like I had to work for my success. I mean, that's foolish, but yeah, I didn't feel that obligated that as much as I do right now. But yeah, I feel a lot more obligated right now, and that means that I take a lot of action because I have a picture of what I want to be, and I know that the things that I do now will determine what that future looks like. So yeah, I take some drastic measures to ensure that happens. But amidst all of that, it doesn't mean that it's something that is exciting actually. And it just makes me wonder, when is all of this going to stop? And don't get me wrong, I am not somebody that wants to retire, right? I don't like the idea of retirement. I feel like work should just continue, but in a pace that is livable, right? But yeah, just this week I was just wondering why I had to keep on doing that. But apart from that, something else that happened is, and this one is not just the past week, but like during like my Bible study, I saw something about David actually. And David is such an interesting person. Many people already know this, but he's so interesting. And what makes him really interesting is how he got away with so many things that he did, right? It's something that people don't quite understand. I also don't understand it, but we also know that David did some things in the Bible that nobody else did, right? For instance, remember the story of him and Bathsheba? He went to meet Bathsheba, or he called Bathsheba, and did some things. He killed Bathsheba's husband, and then married her. The height of wickedness. But he gave birth. Bathsheba bore a son. They had a child. And David was like, God, please don't take him away. God, please don't take him away. God, please forgive me. He was in a very, very down state. Like, he was fasting and all of that. And something that was very interesting to me, and I need to just get this out very quickly. Something that was very interesting to me is, after the son actually died, he went to go and worship. Like, he just, like, okay, that happened, okay. And his first response was to go and worship, which is something that people would typically not do. right? It's something that would advise ourselves to do, but that's not what comes to your mind first. So yeah, and there are a lot of other interesting poems. So it just makes me feel like this guy was such an interesting dude. We don't know why God did many of the things that he did for him, but we also don't know that anybody in the world could ever do what David did for God. So yeah, that was it this past week. I'll see you guys next week. Hopefully I'm not as late as I was this week. And yeah, I wish you all the best. Cheers, guys.